Coats 9500 coming at you. It's good old Wednesday morning here on the East Coast. 9:25 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I want to talk about some and van life and staying healthy, living in a van, plus, staying active and exercise. Because just living in a van with no exercise and not eating the right foods is bad. You'll end up dying quick. You'll start having a lot of health problems. Let's just put it that way. I'm gonna wait for some people to get in here. Let's see here. Get that going. Let's see here. There's Mary J. Hey coach, thanks for stopping in. Sweet Pineapple Fruit Loop says hi. Thanks for stopping in. Sweet Pineapple Fruit Loop. So we got 3 in here. I'll wait for some more to get in here. I was hoping to be some more at this time in the morning. But yeah. Basically the key is staying healthy. That's probably the number one key. But the van will give you the shelter you need, to have a roof over your head, to be in a place that's, got heat and air condition. And so it goes 2 ways. But like I'm going to say is there's more than just living in a van. And you can build your van out any way you want to build your van out. But I'll tell you this, if you don't have your health, that van is not going to mean nothing. All that is material stuff. Wood, plastic, metal, steel. Your body is probably more important, I would say, than the van. But you need the van as well. You need the van as well because you're going to need a place to sleep at night. You're going to need a place when it's cold to have heat and air condition. You're going to need all that. But, and then the other key is eating right. And, I've for a long time, for a very, 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 very long time, I didn't eat the right foods. I ate cookies, pizza, ham fried up burgers, pork chops, any of that kind of stuff. And it's not the good stuff for you. I'm just telling you. But you can do it your way, but I'm just telling you it's not. You're better off to eat fruit and vegetables. Maybe some grilled chicken. Grilled chicken is not as bad as like fried chicken, but a little bit of grilled chicken, not a lot. And exercise, I mean, if you don't want to go to the gym, you don't have to. You can go to state parks and hike the trails. You can ride your bike if you got a bike. If you don't have a bike, you can still hike. And keeping that up, hang on just a second, I'll get a light on. It's always dark. Let's see here. There, how about that? There we go. But, keeping your health up is probably the number one thing I would say to living in a van. I'm talking about just living in a van right now because I'm living in a van. And that's how I live. It's the same way with a house or an apartment, anything else. But you see these people building these vans out. That's all fine and dandy. You can build that van out. You can take $15,000 in cash and build that van out any way you want. You can have it very nice inside. Brand new couches in there, flat screen TVs, hardwood floors, and everything. But if you don't have your health to go with it, it's not going to hold up. The van might hold up, but you're not going to hold up. Because when you start eating the wrong foods like maple syrup, pancakes, all that kind of stuff, that's junk. That's just total junk, garbage. And I've ate it for a long time. But I'll tell you what, getting away from it now for over a week, just eating the salads and the vegetable juice, I feel a lot better. My mind is a lot sharper. And I got a lot more energy. A lot more energy. Yes. And it makes the van life even better. Let's put it that way. It makes the van life even better because you feel better. And when you feel better, the van life is going to be better. And I'll tell you that right now. But like I said, there's two keys here And, you know, there's three keys actually. The van is your home, your shelter. Eating right is the other key, and the other key is exercise. And there's a lot of van dwellers out there, many, many, many of them. And the problem with them is, and this is my opinion, you can live your life any way you want. You don't have to listen to me. Um, they don't have enough exercise, and they don't eat the right foods. When you eat junk food all the time and lay around the van, or you might go out and take a walk down the street, like some of these people go out for chooches, they call them chooches, but you're still eating junk food, and you don't do it every day, but you're still eating the junk food, it's no good, it's garbage. When you get out there and you can go anywhere from 10 to 14 miles a day on foot, you know, 100 jumping jacks, 50 push ups, hit the treadmill, take your shower, eat the right foods. It'll go hand in hand in hand. You'll feel a lot better and you'll be much better, and that's a fact. But like I said, these people building these vans out, they got problems. They got health problems, you know, and they got other things. So the van may outlast them. That's the truth. The van may outlast them, even though you got these old vans. Because when you don't take care of your health, what's number one? Think about it now. Think about this very carefully. What is number one? A piece of metal with rubber tires on it that's 30 years old? Or you in the human flesh that have to walk this earth and live and maintain that van uh, to live in that van? So if you don't take care of yourself and you just take care of your van and you do this build, and you do all these builds, these people building these vans out, you're going to have trouble. Most likely you're going to end up in the hospital, or you're going to be on medication because you've got health problems. But I advise people to switch over, get rid of the junk, the cookies, the donuts, the pancakes, etc., etc., etc. X that out. Start eating salads, grilled chicken, vegetable juice, some fruit, bananas, different things, and you'll be much better off. And exercise. Yes, the exercise. And make sure you hit it hard. Make sure you hit it hard every night or every day. If your day is day or your night is night, make sure you get the hours in every 24-hour period. Make sure you get at least 4 hours in of exercise. Yes, at least 4 out of the 24 in a day. And you'll go a lot farther. There could, for instance, you could take somebody living in a Honda Accord car, and they have A1 health, and you could take somebody with a brand spanking new Class B camper van, brand new, that's fat and overweight, and all they eat is junk food, and that person in that Honda Accord car will outlive them. Will outlive them and live in a healthier and better life than them with the brand new Class B camper van, $150,000. Yes, sir. And you can take that to the bank. Because number one is you. Number one is you, not material stuff. Material stuff will help you along your journey while you walk this earth that we live on. Such as shelter. The van is shelter. That's what the van is. It's shelter. And you need shelter. You can have your health, but you still need shelter. To have a roof over your head, to have a refrigerator, running water, a shower, a toilet. You need those things. But like I said, there's three keys: shelter, eating right, and plenty of exercise. Now, those are the three keys right there. And a lot of people have got the first one. Yes, they've got the first one. They got the shelter. They got a van, whether it's a camper van or something that they built out. The next one is eating right. Now, that's a tough one. That's number two, because a lot of people don't eat right. Number three is exercise, and there's a lot of them. There's a lot of them that lack that. There's a lot of them that lack exercise, and they just eat junk food and they sleep in their van or their RV. It's no good. It's a total disaster. It's a total disaster waiting to happen. Believe me, Because the older you get, take a guy that's 29 years old, take a guy that's 59 years old. As the years go by, you living this RV life, van life, it's going to get harder and harder. So I advise all you van dwellers the 3 keys. And you know, I just mentioned the 3 keys. A lot of you already got the van or the Class C RV or the Class A. Next one is start eating right. Salads, grilled chicken, vegetable juice, bananas, different things of that nature. I know you might not want to do it, but if you do it, you start doing it. And the number 3 one to go with is the exercise. Get yourself the Planet Fitness gym membership, the black card. I advise you to do it. And use the equipment. Don't go in there just to brush your teeth and take a shower. Use the equipment. If you can only do 1 hour a day, you start out light. You do 1 hour a day. If you can do 4 hours a day like me, do it. Do it. Or 4 hours a night. Whatever. If you're a night owl, then do it at night. If you're a day person, do it during the day. But try to at least get in 4 hours. If you can't, because of your belly, of your weight, start out with 1 hour. Do 20 minutes on the elliptical. Do 20 minutes on the treadmill, and then the other machines as well, 20 minutes. And that'll go a long, long ways. You'll live a lot longer. You'll feel a lot better. And like I said, it's a number one. It's a 3 number things that you need to live, and to live right and live healthy. Because like I just got done saying is, for the new people coming in here, all a van is metal, rubber, wood, material stuff. Material stuff is not going to keep you healthy. That will mean nothing. It means something. But it'll mean nothing if you've got a lot of health problems and you keep eating that junk food and the lack of exercise. You'll go downhill very quick. And as the years go by, say you're 37 years old, and then one time you're 47, it's going to get a lot harder. A lot harder. Believe me, it's going to get a lot harder. And you're not going to live the van life anymore, because you're going to have to be, in a place somewhere, facility building, getting medication from a doctor because of your health. You don't want that. Like I say, your health is king. Your health is worth more than a van. Your health is worth more than cash money or any of it. Because once it's gone, it's gone. And like I said, the thing that a lot of RVers and van dwellers lack is health. Not all of them. Not all of them. Some of them got it, but a lot of them don't. And they'll get up on YouTube and they'll talk about their van. We've seen this many times. They'll get up there and talk about their van and how they're doing a van build, and they're going to do this. But look at them. When you watch what they're talking about, look at the person that's talking. Look at them. Do they look big and fat? Do they look healthy, slim and trim? How do they look? And the next time you're on any of these chats, these people talking about van life, ask them about their health. Ask them about the 3 keys that I'm telling you, the 3 keys. Because a lot of them got number 1. I mean, not number, they got one of them. There's 3 of them. They got the van. Okay, fine and dandy. You got the van, you got the RV, but you're not eating right. That's a lot of them. And they're not exercising. And when you don't eat right and don't exercise, and you eat and then you sleep, and then you eat and then you sleep, it's called being, my opinion, there's a couple ways you can word it. Laziness, lethargic, sluggish, and there's a lot of them out there like that. They don't have the ability. They don't have the ability to get out there every day and do it, or every night and do it. They ain't got it. They might have some nice vans, or an RV, Class C RV, or a van, or, however they live, but they ain't got the other 2 keys. A lot of them. Like I said, though, there is some out there that are doing it right. They are doing it right. They do use the gym, exercise. They hit the state parks. They bike. They mountain bike. They do it all. Them are the ones that are going to be the van dwellers to the end. To the end times. A lot of them are going to fall. Take my words and listen very carefully what I'm telling you. A lot of them are going to fall. And why they're going to fall? Because of their health. Yes, sir. Their van may outlast them. Let that sink in a minute. 1989, 1991, 1996 van may outlast them. That's right. Why, you might say? Well, I just explained it. Because of your health. You got to have the other two keys. You got to eat right. You've got to exercise. And when they don't, it's going to be a hell on them like they've never seen. And like I said, as time goes by, the years go by, harder and harder it gets. Their body starts, different parts of their body, the body's breaking down. The body's breaking down. They're living in this van. They're sleeping in this van. They got the thing all tore out. They're going to rebuild it. Fine and dandy. Fine and dandy. Like I said, they're lacking the other two keys. And that van that you're building out will mean nothing. It'll mean nothing when your health fails, completely drops out, because you're going to end up having to go to the doctor a lot. And then, you may not, the van stuff may come to an end on account of your health. You might end up in the hospital for a while, back and forth, out of the hospital. But you know the reason, because listen to my stream, and I'm going to leave this one up. You want to keep going? You want to keep living the van life? Okay, the other two keys. The other two keys are eating the right foods, such as salads, plenty of salads, grilled chicken. I would stay away from pork and beef, both of them, pork and beef. Maybe a little bit of fish, occasionally salmon, something like that. A little bit of salmon if you like salmon. Plenty of fruits and vegetables. Good stuff like that. Stay away from soda altogether. If you like energy drinks, get the good ones. The ones like V8, they're not really good for you, but they're better for you than a Rockstar or a Monster, or any of them, or Red Bull, any of them. Stay away from them. If you smoke cigarettes, quit smoking. Quit smoking. Smoking has been proven to cause cancer. And if you get cancer and you're living in a van that you just built out and you got cancer, that's going to be a hell on you that you don't want. That's true. And the other key is exercise. Exercise is one of the big ones. You want to get out there every day. Not one day and then stop. Get out there every day, whether it's in the gym or in the elements. Get out there and do it. Don't talk about it. Don't walk in the gym and walk by the equipment and go in and take your shower and walk out the door. Don't do that. Go in there, and if you don't know how to use the equipment, you get friendly staff over there to show you. Friendly staff will show you how to use the equipment and use it right. And once you get that down pat, you get your routine going. So your exercise is in the 24-hour period in a day. There's 24 hours in a day. You got the exercise going on. You got the eating right going on. And you're living in your van. There you go. 2 thumbs up. Got it. I've lacked the not eating right one a big time. But for the last week, I've been killing it. Salads, mostly just the salads, and I've been eating my good bread. And I'm not saying, but get Nature's Own bread. You don't want corn syrup in it, so you get the Nature's Own. That's the good bread. That's the one you want. I myself like the 100% whole grain by Nature's Own. Get the mayonnaise, but get the mayonnaise light if you like mayonnaise, and different stuff. But stay away from cookies. Stay away from donuts. Stay away from pancakes. Stay away from all that stuff. Stay away from buffets. Let's see. Okay, now we're back going. It was buffering. I'm losing the signal here. It went offline. I know it, Teddy. It went offline. It's hard to find good Wi-Fi these days. Um, it's probably better to have your own data, but that's another thing. Money issues is another thing. So I just do the streams from where I can get Wi-Fi, and it's usually pretty good here. But I guess it did cut out there. But like I was saying, this gang leader, whatever his channel name was, I don't need those people in here. If you're not coming in, if you're coming in here to harass me or call me gay or anything like that, you're out. And you don't get the 5 minute. You don't get the 5 minute banned. You get the permanently banned. So don't bother coming in here because you're going to get kicked out of here. I don't need your kind of people. You people are toxic people. You're miserable with your own lives. And I've said this before. Boing, boing, boing. You bounce off me like a rubber ball. You're out. You don't come over here. This is my channel. And what you say or what anything that means nothing. Unless you're gonna talk right. If you're gonna come over here and bash me, you're out. But like I was saying, many people have got the van, they're living in their vans, they're doing boondocking, traveling, but they're lacking one or two of the other things to being a van dweller in this van dwelling life. And like I said, the exercise and the eating right are two of the big keys. And the van too. The van's great, but you need the other stuff to go with it. You do. It's a fact. Or otherwise you're not going to make it. You'll make it for a while, but you're not going to make it. You're not going to make it right along. No way. You're going to fail. You're going to fail because if your health fails, the van means nothing. And by eating junk food all the time, you're going to fail. You're going to fail. You can have your guns. You can have your dogs. You can live in your RV. But if you don't take care of yourself, all that's going to mean nothing. Because once you're gone, you're gone. The material stuff will still be on this earth, rusting in the ground. But you'll be gone. So the van life will mean nothing. You can talk about van builds. You can tear your van all out. Like I said, put $15,000 in the inside, have it better than anybody else's van. But guess what? Look in the mirror at yourself. How is your health? Does your belly hang over your pants? Do you got big fat thighs? Huh? Do you eat a lot of junk food? Do you sleep and eat? Sleep and eat? Well, if you do, you just might have health problems and you're overweight. And if you don't have health problems, you're going to have health problems. You can take that to the bank. And I advise all van dwellers to start eating right and exercising. At least 4 hours a day. If you can't do 4 hours a day, do 1 hour a day and start out on the bottom and work your way to the top. And it goes a long, long ways. Believe me. Once you get done, you'll be thanking me. You'll be thanking me for saving your life. Yes, sir. Like I said, I've seen a lot of van dwellers out there on my travels, and a lot of them got problems. Yes, they do. They got problems. It's either health problems or something of that nature because they don't eat right. I've seen some that are slim and trim, just like I am, and I've seen some that are probably at least 400 pounds, 300 pounds, and some of them got more money than I've got. They're bigger than me. They eat junk food all the time. They go to the buffets all the time. They got a nicer RV than me. But when you look at them as a person, they got problems. They're big, they're fat. And this is my opinion, and this opinion is right. And it'll stand up anywhere. It's better to have an older van and less money and have your health A1. Because if you got A1 health and you got the ability to run 10 to 14 miles a night on foot, and a fat man has got more money than you've got, but he doesn't have his health, he'll go down. He'll go down first. Even though he's got the money, he'll still go down. Because sometimes your money don't save you. And I believe that drinking all that Mountain Dew and all that shit, that causes cancer. And once you get cancer, you start getting chemo, you're done. You're toast. You are toast. You can take that to the bank. So, like I say, do the exercises, get the gym membership. It's the best thing out there going is the Planet Fitness. LA Fitness, Anytime Fitness, 24-hour fitness, but I think Planet Fitness is the best bang for the buck. You can check in, do your own research. Any gym is better than no gym, but for the money and the locations. That's another thing. There's more Planet Fitness locations than there is LA Fitness. Plus, LA Fitness costs more. There's some Anytime Fitnesses around as well, but I don't believe there's as many as Planet Fitness locations. Diabetes is another hell of a thing, Larry Parker, sir. Yep, once you get diabetes and stuff like that, and you're living in that RV or that van, you're not gonna feel good, and you're gonna, because the problem is people let themselves go too long. Yeah, they let themselves go too long. If you're a little bit overweight, you get yourself out of it. You start eating right and exercising, but they're lazy. Now, there's a lot of people out there who are just straight up lazy. Yes, they're living in their van, but they're lazy. And that's not everybody. I'm talking about some. And if you're lazy and you don't care about yourself, you're going to fail. You're going to make it in the van life for a while. You'll make it for a while. But in the end times, you're not going to make it. You're not going to make it. You're going to fail. And once you fail, the van will mean nothing. It'll mean nothing. Because once your ability, your health is gone, and you're shot yourself, that van will mean nothing. Nothing. It's nothing but material stuff, just like I just mentioned. It's rubber, metal, wood, plastic, material stuff. Now, you do need the van to live for shelter. Roof over your head. When it's pouring rain out, you got all your stuff in the van. When it's cold, you want heat, you turn the furnace on. It's just like a house on wheels. You need it, but you also need to take care of yourself. And I'm preaching this today because there's a lot of van dwellers out there right now that are not eating right and they're not exercising. They might exercise a little bit, but not enough. And some of them don't exercise at all. Some of them just eat, get on you. They eat junk food. They get on YouTube all night, and then they sleep. That is a total disaster. That is a total disaster right there. If you want to kill yourself fast with health problems, then that's the way to do it. And smoking cigarettes and drinking beer, okay, it's probably all right if you want to have a few occasional beers now and then. But we also have alcoholics in this van dwelling community as well that drink a lot. Now, if you drink a lot of beer, so I know people that drink, a 12-pack every night of the week. Okay, you keep doing that. Eventually, alcohol will eat your liver up. That's right, listen very carefully. Alcohol in high doses will eat your liver up, and your liver will be gone. Smoking a lot of cigarettes causes cancer and ruins your lungs. And once your lungs are gone and they're all charred black, you can't breathe, so you can't exercise because you can't breathe right. We've seen this before in the past, and I advise you to get rid of all that stuff. Get rid of the cigarettes, get rid of the alcohol. That doesn't affect me because I don't drink and I don't smoke. And I don't like being around people that do smoke as well. And if you listen to my words, and you're living in a van right now and you're watching me, you start doing it every day, eating right, getting the right foods, exercising, you're gonna make it. But if you don't, and you just keep letting yourself go as the years go by, it's gonna get harder, and it's gonna get harder, and it's gonna get harder. Like I said, the vans, these people living in these vans, the vans might outlast them. Just imagine that. A piece of rubber and metal might outlast a human body. Just imagine that. And some of these vans are 20, 30 years old. People are living in them. And just imagine that 20 or 30-year-old van outliving you. Think of that. Let that sink in a minute. Now, I don't think this 1991 van is going to outlive Coach 9500 because I stay active. Yes, I do. I stay very active. When I'm not working at the gym or I'm on my bike, and I can bike a lot of miles a day on my bike. Yep, that's right, Larry Parker, sir. Sad shit. And in his sad true, Larry Parker, sir. It's sad shit, but it's true shit. Some of these people, I'm not saying everybody, but some of these people are very, very, big around. And they let themselves get that way. It's not because they were born that way. Some of them just eat like a dog. They eat junk food. I don't think you're just going to switch over eating healthy food and not exercising. It goes both with both. They go together. Together. Eating the right foods and the exercise. I encourage 4 hours a day in a 24-hour period of exercise. That's what I encourage. But if you can't do it, do 1 hour a day. Start eating those salads with grilled chicken. Bananas, stuff like that. No more hot dogs. No hot dogs, no cookies, no donuts, no pizza, no burgers, no pork chops. Chicken's probably the best meat for you, my opinion. You can maybe eat some little bit of red meat if you want, just a little bit, not a lot. But I encourage eating the right foods and the exercise. That's the number, them two keys. And the third one's your van. The van. Because you're going to need them all, three of them. You're going to need all three of them together, and you're going to have to make all three of them together work. It's not about these van builds. You see these people doing these van builds? It's great. It's great to get your van built out the way you want it. But look at yourself. When are you going to build yourself out? When are you going to fix yourself? Look in the mirror, van dwellers. Some of you are just as better shape than me. Believe it or not, there's people out there in better shape than me. And believe it or not, I'm right up there in the good shape people. I'm on the right side of the tracks. But there's a lot of them. There's a lot of them that are not on the right side of the tracks. And I'm trying to bring this speech to you to encourage you to do these two together. You've already got the van. You're living in that van. And now start eating right and the exercise. And that's what I encourage. And once you people get that down pat, you're going to live a better life, and you're not going to feel sluggish, and you're not going to feel lethargic, and you're not going to need as much sleep. That's right. You know why you feel tired all the time? You know why you feel tired all the time? Because you eat your guts out, and then you lay down and go to sleep, and it's a sickness. That's right. It's a sickness. Lay off the food. I'm not all, you got to eat something. But lay off that shit food, cookies, pancakes, all that stuff. Get rid of it. Exit out. Pizza, all of it. Now, I've eaten a lot of pizza before and I've eaten a lot of cookies before, but you know what? For over a week now, I haven't touched any of it. None of it. And you know what? Getting away from pizza, getting away from burgers, getting away from cookies, I feel a lot sharper, and I don't need as much sleep, and I don't feel as tired. That's right. Because I started eating the right foods, and I started exercising 4 hours a night. Okay? I'm getting it down track. I'm getting it right on the right track. And I'm trying to encourage you guys to get on the right track as well, so you can live that long van life that you want to live. That's right. The long van life that you want to live. You want to be in those parking lots in Louisiana? You want to be in those parking lots in California? New Mexico? Huh? How long do you want to do it? Do you want the van to outlast you? Think about it. People don't think about it. People think about their vans, but they're not thinking about themselves. You got to think about yourself as well. because you're living in that van, and you got to stay healthy. Um, and your teeth, and that's another thing. Your teeth, your vision, get that checked all the time. You should get your teeth cleaned every 6 months. You should be at the dentist every 6 months. If you don't have any teeth, you don't have to do that, but you should still get your eyes checked. You want to get your eyes checked, your vision. I would say at least once a year, maybe every 8 months. Even if it's you don't, even if it's not bothering you, have it checked. Many other things. But my point about this video, this live broadcast is, you can have the best van build out that you're ever going to see. But if you yourself as a person living in that van is not healthy, then you're not. The van may just outlast you. That's a fact. Because you're not doing it right. You're not doing it right because you're not going with the other keys that to go with living in the van. I'm talking about living in the van because I live in the van, and that's what it's going to be about. You can't do it that way. It doesn't work. It won't work. You can guarantee it. You can have that van all built out, prime shape, an older van, and when you start having the health problems, that ain't gonna mean nothing because you're gonna end up in the hospital because of all your health problems that you never took care of. Let's see here. Yeah, you never took care of, and it will catch up with you in time to come. I guarantee it. But a lot of people think I'm talking smack here, but I'm not. Let's see here. I love. You live in a Chevy, Geo? Okay. Let's see here. I'll give you the 50, bro. Let's see here. Well, you know that's not the real Elvis Travels. Let's see. Larry Parker. Larry Parker says, can we use these steps if we live in a sticks and bricks? Well, of course you can. Of course you can. You can use these steps if you live in sticks and bricks, but this is about van life, and that's what I live in. But it works as well in houses, trailers, apartment houses, whatever you live in, motel rooms, whatever, however you live. Um, but you want to do those steps. I'll tell you, Larry Parker, sir, I don't know what you are or what your health is, but if it's not good, you better start. You better start getting on it, because as the years go by and time goes by, it's going to get harder and harder. You you should have started a long time ago, but if you didn't, get yourself out of it. A lot of them are extremely overweight, and if you're extremely overweight and got health problems, the best thing is to go to the hospital, get the surgery done. They can cut all that fat off. I think it's called liposuction or something like that. And if you get the liposuction, you can get that done at the hospital. But you have to go through surgery and shit. And then you can go back on to eat. Once you get that done, get all that fat off you, and then you can go back to the gym and hiking and stuff like that. That's what you want to do. Again, let's see here. Coats, I am 6 foot, 190 pounds. Well, then you're all right. Then I don't know what you are. All I see is your icon, Larry Parker. You're 6 foot, 190 pounds, and you're probably about the right weight for what you should be. Let's see here. Jan's in here. Hi, Coats. I appreciate you coming in, Jan. We're just having a little talk, Jan, about living in a van, staying healthy and active. Because Jan, there's a lot of others than just that van. Yes, Jan, there is. Because if you ain't got your health and you're eating a lot of junk food, it's going to mean nothing. Let's see. Copy that. See, he knows. Larry Parker, sir, he's about right weight. He's 6 foot tall for 190 pounds. About right. Let's see here. Jojo says, "Hey Larry, how are you? You got me 2.1 million. Thanks. I don't know what that's all about, but so you know, well, I'm trying to get through these van dwellers, Jan. Is there's a lot of van dwellers out there, Jan, that are they got the nice vans and everything, but they don't have their health, and they ain't got their health because of their lack of exercise and eating the wrong foods. These buffets are really not good for you. I mean, if you're gonna go to a buffet, just get something to go. You get one of those little black plastic trays with the lid that flips over. Go get something, broccoli, some salad, some grilled chicken. Get it to go and leave. Go back to your van and eat it. Because if you go to buffets a lot, you tend to overeat. And then you go sleep, and then you eat and you sleep, and it's no good because you're eating and sleeping, but you're not getting any exercise. And once you go to those buffets, people eat cake, they eat all kinds of stuff, ice cream, all kinds of stuff. That's not good. You want to avoid all that stuff and get away from it. Um, it's going to be hard at first, but once you start eating the right foods, it gets easier because you'll want more. You want more of the right foods, such as salads, bananas, apples, grilled chicken, water, plenty of water, maybe a protein shake, a healthy one out there for you, stuff of that like that. Once you start eating those foods, you'll want them foods, and if you get eating those foods with the exercise, you can do it. You can live the van life right. But like I'm saying, there's a lot of people that are not doing the van life right. My opinion, and my opinion will stand up because they're going to find out if they don't. Because it does catch up with you, and the older you get, like I said, the harder it's going to get. The harder it's going to get. The harder it's going to get for you. So yeah. Let's see here. Jan says, especially like vegetables and fruits. Especially vegetables, fruits when I travel. Yep, that's right. Jan's eating vegetables and fruits. I hope Jan is getting out, walking the parks, hitting the trails as well, doing some kind of exercise as well to go with it. I hate buffering. I hate buffering too. It's just the Wi-Fi. It does that from time to time. I hate buffering you. How food out. Well, you want to have a refrigerator. If you're living in a van, you can get the solar panels on your van and build up your battery bank, and you can have a refrigerator that runs off the batteries. You want to have a refrigerator or cooler, something to keep the food. I got a propane refrigerator. A lot of them got propane refrigerators, and that's what you need. But a lot of people are getting rid of these old propane refrigerators, putting in just electric, and you can run it off the solar panels. And the solar panels will go into the battery bank, keep the batteries charged up. The refrigerator is actually running off the batteries, and the solar's keeping the batteries charged up. As long as you're in an environment where there's plenty of sun. If you live up in Washington State where you don't get a lot of sun, then you have to run your generator to charge them batteries up. But if you're down in Florida or Southern California, it's going to be perfect for you. It's going to be perfect. Let's see. D-Dub Travels is in here. Thanks for stopping in, D-Dub Travels. Let's see here. And that's like I'm saying, is if you get that slop, that weight on you like that, and you're living in that van, and you're not going to feel good. You're not going to feel good, and it's going to cause you health problems as time goes by. So, best advice: get away from the junk food, and all those other places too, like McDonald's, Burger King. X all them out. All them fast food places. Go buy your food at a local grocery store, such as Publix, Winn-Dixie, places of that nature, and you can make your own salads and get your own food better than these fast food places are junk. The food is garbage, total garbage, and it's so you're buying junk food and shit food, and you could be spending that money on good food. That's right. But if you're living in a car or a minivan, Buy your food from day to day. Instead of pulling into that McDonald's or that Burger King, pull into that Publix. That's right. Pull into Publix. Go into Publix, buy your salad, get your bottled water, get your vegetables, some fruits, some bananas. Get your cooler. You can do that and get a cooler. Stuff that needs to be, cool. Put it in the cooler if you don't have a refrigerator, if you're living like that. That'll go a long ways too. Ice is still relatively cheap. You can get ice relatively cheap. There's ice machines out there. You can buy it right off the machines. Do it like that. What's he saying? Ice shop at Stop and Shop. Stop and Shop, Big Y, Winn-Dixie, Food Lion, wherever you are in the country, a local grocery store like that, buy the food from them, or Walmart. Walmart has a lot of good produce as well. But the junk is these fast food places. These fast food places are killing American people. It's garbage. Even way back, I never went to McDonald's or Burger King. Way back. I mean, you'd have to go way back in my life for me to even eat there. Probably like when I was 14, 15 years old is the last time I've ever ate at McDonald's or Burger King, because I don't like neither one of them, and I don't like Sonic's as well, and several others. Now, there is decent restaurants out there like Applebee's. Go in there and get you a nice salad at Applebee's once in a while or something, or a piece of grilled chicken at Chili's or something like that once in a while. But really a waste of money going to Applebee's and Chili's as well. They're expensive. You'll do better at the grocery store and Walmart, especially Walmart, because Walmart will mark a lot of their salads off, and they have some very delicious salads, chicken salads, grilled chicken. And if you go there around 8 o'clock at night, 7:30 to 8:30 at night, wherever you are in the country at a Walmart, they mark off that stuff in the deli. Look at the salads. Look at the big salads like I buy. They mark that stuff off. So you get, instead of paying $5, you might pay $3.30. So there you go. Look for the yellow tags. That's what I advise you. Look for the yellow tags. And, I mean, you can think I'm telling you guys the truth, because, you can live a lot healthier van life and a better van life if you eat right and exercise. Now, if you're working all the time, you may not have a chance to do much exercise. But like I said, try to at least get 1 hour in. 1 hour a day in. And that goes a long ways. And eat the right foods. I can't preach it enough, because I'll tell you what. Since I've been doing it, I've been eating the right foods and drinks for about a week now, just over a week now. I feel a lot better. I don't feel as tired anymore. And I feel a lot more awake and alert and sharp. And it works. It does work. Believe it or not, it works. Okay, let's see who's here in the comments. Hey, it's okay. Jan, hi. Let's see. Nice to see you. Healthy, so that's the way. Awesome that you doing. 1 day health. Let's see here. In the long run. Yeah, that's right. This person's saying, hey, it's Helen. Yep. Jan knows as well. Let's see, when I make salads, I make half of supper, half. Okay. Yep. Jan's been around a long time, so Jan's probably healthy, I'm sure, because Jan's eating the right food. But I hope Jan is getting some exercise as well. I hope Jan is going out walking, or at least doing something, or going to the gym once in a while, because that's a factor as well. You got to have exercise, which probably Jan, I'm sure, goes out for walks and stuff. Let's see here. Thank you, Helen. It's right. Yep. Let's see. DW Travel says, hey, Helen. Yep. Okay. Like I say, it works. And I'll tell you right now, the van won't mean anything if you got the problems, Let's see. Jan says, no gym for me, but I do walks. I figured you were the kind of person that went out for walks, Jan. I do walks 2 hours. Well, that's good. At least you're outdoors walking around, moving around. because you're not just sitting in that van uh, eating and not doing anything. So yeah, let's see. Nice to see you, D. Getting out walking is a good way to exercise. If you, yeah, that's another good way. Being out in the, even if it's not state parks, just walking down the sidewalk, city sidewalks, in the, on the sidewalk is good. As long as your body's moving. When the body's not moving and you're just louching around, it's not good. Really not. And like I said, eat the right foods as well, because exercise and food, eating the right foods goes hand in hand. And when you don't do it, it does. You don't feel as good. Because I've done it the other way, eating the wrong foods and stuff like that, and you don't feel as good, and it's bad. Let's see. I have a gym membership, 100% right. Nothing. Okay. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The black card. If you're going to Planet Fitness, get the black card. It's not that much more money. It's like $22 a month. I think the white card's 10 or something, 10 or 12. It's worth it because it allows you to go to all them locations in the United States. If you're in the United States, uh, there's over 1,000 locations scattered around, more than 1,000 in the United States alone. And all you have to do is Google. If you get to an area, you're in your van traveling, all you have to do is Google it, Planet Fitness. And it should bring up the nearest Planet Fitness. Say if you're in Houston, Texas, it'll tell you where the nearest one is. And that's the best way to do it. Everybody's pretty much got a smartphone these days. DW Travel says I go to gym every day, but no exercise more. Well, D-Dub Travels, I know you're working, but if you can do an hour a day, uh, you know, that would be great because it's going to help you. But if you're too tired, that's understandable. But at least start eating right. Stay away from McDonald's and Burger King, all that crap. Go to Walmart, get the salads. Get some grilled chicken or something, and it'll help you out big time. Because all that stuff out there is just crap. That McDonald's and stuff, and there's a lot of people, and it's expensive. The much money you pay on that, at McDonald's and stuff, you could be buying good food from Publix, Winn-Dixie, places or Walmart. Let's see. True, Jan, but sometimes I go just to shower. Yeah, I used to do that. I used to go there just to shower. Uh, you know, but if you go there and if you're not working and you got the time, go there and use the machines first. Use the machines first, then go take your shower. If you can only do 1 hour a day, well, that's 1 hour every day of exercise. If you can do 4 hours a day or night, that's super great. Uh, you know, let's see here. I think it's high healthy. Let's see. I have the black card. My gym has the total body machine. I use it. My workout. If you do a hard workout, total body. Oh yeah. If you got the black card, you can use the massage beds. That's another thing. The massage chairs. I've been using the massage chairs. I'm allowed to use the massage beds as well. I don't know which one is better because I haven't tried the massage beds yet, but I've been using the hydro beds, but I've been using the massage chairs, and they do help loosen your muscles up because when you on the elliptical for hours, and then you're on the treadmill and the other machines, your muscles start tight, your shoulders start tightening up, and different muscles. So it kind of loosens you up a little bit before you get going. I usually go there before I get going, and it loosen them up a little bit to keep going. Let's see here. Jan says, "Hey, I'm old, so I know what about it." Yep. So Jan knows. But Jan's still going out for walks. I take it almost every day, and that'll help too. If you're older and you can get out there and walk a mile a day, hey, that's pretty decent. I don't know how much Jan walks, but if you can walk, do that. At least you're doing something instead of laying around. Let's see here. D-Dub Travel says, I like the hydro bed a lot. I haven't tried the hydro beds, and I've been a Planet Fitness member for a long time. I just been using that chair, the massage chair, but I may try the beds as well, but I haven't tried them yet. But I've been using the chair. The chair does help, the massage chair, because, like I said, going to the gym every night, I go at night, using the different machines, your muscles and stuff start tightening up. It's like cramp tightening up. It loosens you up. And the massage loosens you up, and that's what you want. I walk about a mile. Just depends on how my feet do. Okay. Well, there's like Dr. Scholl's foot pads you can put in your shoes, because I know a lot of older people have trouble with the bottom of their feet. Their feet bother them. They start hurting. Uh, but look into go online and look into the gel. They got gel pads, and they got different pads that can go in the bottom of your shoes, and it may help you, Jan, so your feet won't hurt. You might have to look around and see which one will work the best for you. But I know there's different pads you can put in, gel pads and Dr. Scholl's and different things that you can put on your feet so they don't bother you as much. Let's see here. DS, that thing is awesome. Yeah, I haven't tried the beds yet. But I probably will end up trying them before I get done. But I do use the massage chair, and it's great. It is. Coats, I am beyond foot pads. I have a doctor that takes care of me. Actually, just say him is smart. Oh, okay. Okay. Then the foot pads might not work for you then if you got to go to the doctor. Uh, but like I said, at least you're out walking, and stay with the walking. That helps. If you're older, you might not be able to run, but if you can walk, it's something. Stay active. Don't sit around. Because if you're sitting around, it's no good. You got to keep going. So yeah, like I said, 1 mile is better than no miles. If that's all you can do. Let's see here. This is John says, "What's good, bro?" Well, I'm just talking about some van life, John, and you know, staying active and living in a van and stuff like that. Because there's a lot of van dwellers out there that are not active, and they don't exercise, John, and they eat a lot of junk food. And then they go to sleep. They eat more junk food. Get on YouTube at night and sit around, drink Mountain Dew. Get on YouTube, drink Mountain Dew or whatever the drink is, and eat cookies and donuts. And then they go back to sleep, John, and then they do it again. And I'm trying to encourage them to get out of that loop. The ones that are in that loop, out of that loop, and start eating salads and going to the gym or hiking to state parks, doing things like that. Let's see, John says, and they suck off Rosie and go back to sleep. Well, this ain't about Rosie. It's about, talking about, van life and, the right way to do it. And I'm giving my opinion here on this live broadcast because there's a lot of them out there beyond Rosie and several of the others out there that are just watching. They're not saying anything. And their life is YouTube. Get away from YouTube for a little while and go to the gym and go to the state parks, and hike and bike. If you got a bike, use it, you know. The eating junk food and buffet, even going to these buffets, a lot of van dwellers, will go to buffet restaurants. They'll eat once a day, but they'll hog down 5, 6 plates at a buffet, and then they go to sleep, and then they do it again, and that's no good because they're not getting any exercise, and they're eating garbage, basically garbage. You know, if you can stay away from that stuff and start eating the right food, it's much better. Let's see. D Dub says buffet is the worst thing. That's what I'm saying, D Dub Travels. But there's van dwellers out there beyond this community that are watching and they won't say anything. And if they're watching me right now, I'm trying to encourage them to go to places like Publix, Winn Dixie, Stop and Shop, or different grocery stores or Walmart. Walmart's everywhere. And go get the salads, the grilled chicken salads, the vegetable juice, different things, and that eat right, and fruits and vegetables, and then start hitting the gym, because a lot of them do have gym memberships, but they only go there to shower and then they leave. And then that's no good, because if you just go there to shower and leave, you're not getting any exercise. Hit the machines first, then shower, then leave. If that's the way you want to do it, that's the way you should do it. Let's see. Larry Parker, sir, says AIDS could. What did he say? AIDS could be bad. Yeah, you don't want to get AIDS. That's another thing. You don't want to sleep around with a lot of different women, or whatever, whatever like that either, because if you get AIDS, that's a hell of a thing. It starts breaking the immune system down, different things like that, and you go downhill. Let's see. Oh boy. So watch for the yeah. Yeah, you don't want to get that stuff. And cancer's a big one too. I believe, now this is my belief, eating those wrong foods, causes cancer. Like that, all that Mountain Dew. Drinking all that Mountain Dew. A lot of people guzzle down the Mountain Dew or Pepsi. Guzzling that down. I believe eating a lot of junk food at high levels of junk food, I believe I believe that causes cancer. I believe some of these foods, like these junk food stuff, causes cancer. I mean, there's Mountain Dew and all this stuff. And all this stuff. I mean, a little bit's not good for you, but I mean, some of them guzzle it down. They drink a whole 2-liter bottle every night of Mountain Dew. Then they'll eat the donuts. Then they'll get into other stuff, pizza and different things. And then it's a continuation of that track. And that track is going every day with these people. Every day. Now, everybody watching is not like that. And I said, that's not everybody. There's a lot of people that are eating right, exercising, doing it right. I'm talking about the ones that are not doing it right. So what I'm trying to do is encourage them to get away from that stuff. It's going to be very, 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 very hard at first. But once you get away from it, it gets easier. And as time goes on, it gets easier, because you'll want the salads more. You'll want the carrots more. Carrot juice, another thing. Boltridge Farms carrot juice. Carrot juice is great. I advise you guys to drink carrot juice. And stuff like that. Bananas are good as well. The salads and stuff like that are great. But a lot of people lack that. There's a lot of people that just eat junk food. They go to Dunkin' Donuts, get a dozen donuts, sit down on YouTube all night with their Mountain Dew and their Dunkin' Donuts. Yes, you may not believe me, but that's how they live. They don't eat other than junk food. That's what they live on, is junk food. And when you do that day after day after day, eventually it starts causing the problems that you're not going to want. Get away from that. It's all garbage. All that stuff. There's a lot of garbage out there that's going to kill you quicker. And that's some of it. Buffets, Dunkin' Donuts. I ain't like Dunkin' Donuts. I don't know what I don't like. I don't like that. McDonald's, Burger King. All that's garbage. Just garbage. And it's overpriced. So what you're paying for junk food, you could be buying good food and you'll feel better. You'll feel better. Your body's going to feel better. Your mind up here is going to be much sharper by eating, salads, drinking carrot juice, water, plenty of water, some grilled chicken, different things like that. But there's a lot of people out there lacking this. And I'm trying to encourage them, living in the vans, living in your car. There's a lot of people living in cars as well. Just regular cars are living in their cars, because that's all they've got. And if that's all you've got, that's all you've got. But do it right. Do it right. That's right. Do it right. Stay away from those McDonald's places. Get yourself a small cooler, maybe no bigger than a 20-quart cooler, and maybe you can put the carrot juice in there, some bottled water, different things in there in the cooler. You know, but stay away from that Mountain Dew. Stay away from those drinks, sugary drinks. Caffeine's another one. It's a hard one. That's a hard one for me to give up because a lot of people drink coffee, and there's caffeine in coffee as well. But if you can break that loop, and you're in this loop that's going around like this, and once you stop it and then you break it and you start eating the right foods, you'll be much better. You'll be a lot better. You'll be thanking me. I'll tell you that right now, because I think I'm the only one that's ever made this speech in this community, in this van dwelling community. They talk about their van builds. That's right. D-Dub Travels. They talk about their van builds